My name is Iggy, and today I am here at the KSI Slim and Anthony Taylor press conference, Misfit 17. I'm joined by the man taking on Deen the Great in the co-main event, Dave Fogarty. How's it going, brother?
Yeah, good. Thanks for having me.
Oh, very good. You've been calling for a fight a little while now. I followed you on Instagram for a bit. So you got the Deen the Great fight. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, obviously I've been trying to get Misfits for a while now. It's a big platform. I think my style fits in good with Misfits. So originally I was in talks to fight Smalls person Jay, but I think he bottled it. He didn't want that to do with it. So Misfits just came back with Mams and they just offered me the Deen fight, and I jumped at it. I said, yeah, no problem. I love big opportunities like this. This is what I'm in here for. If I was to fight Jay, it would have been the opening fight. It would have been like the curtain jerker, which would have been good in the 3 arena anyway. But now I'm in the co-main event. Now I'm fighting for the title. So these are the big opportunities that I want. So I was delighted to have it. So yeah, buzzing for it.
Yeah. Deen the Great is someone that's been touted by a lot of people. As, someone that's a very good fighter and in this YouTube scene close to almost like a pro, if you get what I'm saying. What do you make of the stylistic matchup between you and Deen the Great?
Yeah, I think he's good. I'm not going to lie. I think he is good. I think when especially in this crossover boxing, I think the lightweight division is one of the better, if not the best division. I actually think it is the best division. A lot of good amateur fighters with good pedigrees. Deen is up there, obviously being the champ. I think he's got a good pro style. He's obviously got that big backhand. He's got power. He carries weight. So I'm looking forward to it. I just think when I look at his style and I look at my style, I think I pose a lot of problems for him. I think I'm going to be physically bigger than him. I'm long, I'm rangy, I'm dangerous with both my hands. I've obviously been around this fight game for 10 plus years now. I've been in big events. I've seen what it takes, not even just for the events, but what it takes to get to these events. I have the best team in all the combat sports behind me. When it comes to Dr. Julian Dalby doing my strength and conditioning with the McGregor Fast program, I've got Tristan Kennedy, the best sports nutritionist in the world, doing my nutrition, and will be doing the weight cut. I've obviously got Phil Sutcliffe and Crumlin boxing doing the boxing side of it. Like that's an all-star lineup that's a who's who of combat sports. So I think I'm going to be fully prepared. I'm going to be big, strong, fit, and I'm going to be ready for all 5 rounds. So I'm really looking forward to it. And yeah, I think my style will prove tricky for him.
As I mentioned, I've seen a lot of you fighting throughout the years and your training clips and whatnot. You've got a bit. Like the people that don't maybe know you coming into this, you can fight. Talk to me about obviously you've been around Conor McGregor for a long time. Talk to me about that and just coming up through the combat sports world alongside a man like him.
Yeah, so I've seen a lot of people when it was announced going, "Oh, who's he? Who's this guy?" But I've been around. I'm a multiple-time IMAF medalist, both European and at the world level. Obviously been doing jiu-jitsu for a number of years. Obviously then my connection with Conor. But I've been around. I've been training for 10 plus years. I've been in there with the small gloves as well. I've gotten banged. I've gotten hit hard with 4 and 6 ounce gloves, and I have a chin on me. I take it. I know what I've been through, and when it gets hot and the fire starts going, I know what I do. I bite down on that gum shield and I move forward every time. And I've proven that to myself. You can see it in footage. I'm in there to the end, and I've proven that. So I think I carry a wealth of experience with me when it comes to these big events. Not just obviously for myself, for all that experience, but then seeing Conor and seeing what it takes for him to do all this, like seeing multiple world titles in there with multiple fights, been in the back with him, been there, seeing him warming up, seeing him fight, seeing his preparation. So I know exactly what to do, and this is just going to be another day for me. And it's a bit different. Obviously, I'm on the other side of the camera, but I'm looking forward to it. This is my time to shine. All my close friends are fighters. Everyone I know is fighters. We talk about fighting. So it's nice to. This is my time to shine. This is to show what I can do. So I'm looking forward to it.
Deen the Great is someone that relishes a war. Do you expect this to be a war or a well-skilled, thought-out boxing match?
I think it's going to be a war. To be honest, if he relishes a war, lovely. So do I. I'm in there. Like I said, I'm in there for it. Like he's underestimating me. I think a lot of people underestimate. I was going to knock him out in the first round. Good luck trying. No one's been able to do it so far. 12 MMA fights, never finished. So, good luck, mate. Yeah.
Do you think that almost when a fighter comes in, they think their opponent's so much sort of less than them. They're expecting to get an easy victory. Do you think that'll play into a downfall for him that when you don't go in the first round and you're still there, you're in his face, you're firing back, you're having success? Do you think that's going to play a downfall in his mind in the fight?
I don't know. I only focus on me. I think that he's going to do. If he underestimates me, takes me lightly, then lovely. If he trains the best he can and he puts in all the work, lovely. Doesn't make a difference to me. I know what I do. I do what I do. I'm there. I do 2 a day every day. It doesn't make a difference to me what he's doing. My training is not affected by anyone. I train. I listen to my coaches. I do what I'm told, and I get better. And that's what I'm here for.
Phil Sutcliffe is someone that, especially those that
Councillor Phil Sutcliffe. Councillor Phil Sutcliffe.
the people that know MMA and that know the Conor McGregor and the team, he is an incredible boxing coach, great tactician. Talk to me about working with someone like him and that team at Crumlin Boxing Club.
Phil is the general. He is multiple time European medalist, an Olympian, multiple time Olympian as well. When it comes to Irish boxing, Phil is the creme of the creme. Like Phil is the man. Like that's Irish boxing royalty. When you talk about Crumlin boxing, you talk about Phil Sutcliffe. So it's honestly it's an honour to have Phil so invested in this fight. I've known Phil years now, and I've been doing pads with him for years. But this is the first time that I'm stepping in there representing Crumlin Boxing Club, and it's a true honour to represent Crumlin Boxing Club. When you're down there and you see the work that all the lads put in and day out, like grinding away, the names of people I've never heard of. When you talk about amateur boxing in Ireland, it's high level, it's high level, and there was high level amateur boxers in Crumlin boxing, churning out multiple champions, Irish champions, European champions, and it will not be long before we have European and Olympic champions coming from Crumlin boxing. So it's an honour for them to let me in there, and coming from an MMA background. But they've embraced me. They're learning all the Crumlin shots, learning all the Crumlin tactics, and I'm buzzing for it. Having an unreal time down in Crumlin boxing. Getting hard spars in with the lads and showing them that I am more than just an MMA fighter. And when it comes in there, I think I will look like a boxer.
You're a good talker. Obviously, the Misfit scene is the realm of entertainment.
Yeah.
Are you going to relish this entertainment business? Up on stage in front of the cameras.
Yeah, like this is an entertainment business, but I don't just talk the talk. I'm going to show that I walk the walk when it comes to it. That I'm not going to sit here and talk shit about him and go back and forth and bring like I see him with Waleed. He's bringing people's family into it. I'm not about that. I'm about business, and this is the fight business, and obviously it's the entertainment business. I'm here to entertain people, but I'm here to do the business. The first and foremost, that's what I'm here to do. And I think I have a fan friendly style, and I think people are going to like it. And if people like the way I talk and they find it entertaining, then great, I'm buzzing for it. But like no qualms about it. Like I'm here for business.
I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you. I've been a massive fan of Conor for all these years, from Cage Warriors to obviously the UFC. What is it like being around an icon of combat sports like that, as close as you are? Seeing his preparation, not only in camp but on the fight nights. What is it like being around someone like that?
It's a good buzz. It's the only way to describe being around Conor. It's a good buzz. He's first and foremost, he's a funny guy. Like, he's very funny to be around. Like, he's quick witted. Like, it's always, you don't know what you're going to expect to get with Conor. Like, you don't know what you're going to be doing. People ask me, is it not boring taking pictures of the same person for 8 years? Like, it's every day is different with Conor. You could be training today, he could be on his yacht, he could be doing anything. You just never know what you're going to get. So it's an honour and a privilege to be allowed such close access to one of the greatest combat sports athletes of our time. So I appreciate every minute of it, and I'm buzzing for it. So I enjoy it. So yeah, Conor's the man.
Obviously, the Michael Chandler fight didn't happen. Talk to me about sort of the lead up to that, what transpired, and what you expect when that finally does take place.
I think Conor said it best himself. It was just a slight miscalculation in training, and obviously the injury, it is what it is, and I'd leave it up to Conor. I'd never speak. I put words in Conor's mouth to speak on what he has, so I'll leave anything to do with that up to Conor. But I think he said it best. It was just a slight miscalculation in training, and I think he'll be back better than ever. And when that fight does happen, or if it does happen, if that is the fight that happens, I can't see Chandler making it out of the second round.
Of course, coming off that leg break, 3 years, what was that like being around the camp at that time? Such a big moment in the history of the UFC, such an icon, like such a big moment in such a big fight. What was the camp like in that moment? What was transpiring?
All Conor's camps are the same. They're professional, sought out, carefully thought about, and everything is done to meticulous detail. Obviously, every camp has its hardships and has its ups and its downs and things. This sport's unpredictable, but it's just a good buzz to be around Conor's camp. So it's in high spirits. It's great seeing like I said, one of the greatest combat sports athletes of our time, do what he does and go through that process. So it's always a good time.
Couple more. Don't want to keep you too long. Finally on Conor, what is it like to sort of be around? Do you pick up stuff from him in training as well, like just watching him? Does he give you tips, or what is that like, sort of being able to watch him train? And do you put that into your own game?
Yeah, obviously I take a lot from Conor. Obviously I'm orthodox, he's southpaw, but Conor's a wealth of knowledge when it comes to every aspect of combat sports, especially obviously boxing. So I take a lot from Conor, and ask him things. Just even when you're talking to Conor on a day-to-day basis, the man eats, breathes, sleeps, lives combat sports. So nearly 90% of all conversations will somehow revert back to combat sports, and it's always good. I'm sure when now this fight's been announced, I'm sure that over the coming weeks we'll talk to Conor more about it, and I'm sure he will have some tips and things that he'd like to see me do. But Conor's a phenomenal coach. I think we've seen on The Ultimate Fighter recently, he was cornering Sinead Kavanagh. Conor is a phenomenal coach. So I'm sure he will have some things that he'd like to see me do, and I always take everything Conor says on board. So I'm looking forward to having.
Are you going to get him in the 3 Arena on fight night?
Look, I go to all his fights. You never know. You never know. Yeah. If he's there, it'll be a buzz. So I hope to see him there, but you never know. You never know.
Finally, from me, of course, Deen, the great main event. If I don't see you before then, what happens?
I think it's going to be a war. I think I have the power to finish him, but I think it's going to be a war. I think I'm going to win a lopsided decision.
Dave, thank you very much, brother. Appreciate your time.